Mine is like that every day I have a guest on.
Then you do that. See?
Okay.
You do that. See, there I am. Now you can see me. Think this
Hey,
is
hi,
Mr. Tony Ocean? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day today. It's a beautiful day out. Spring is in the air. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. Every show is brought to you every show is dedicated to the first responders, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show here Monday through Friday, lunchtime fun, folks. And it's Thursday. That means Laura Ocean is in the house. Laura, what's up, honey?
Oh, gosh, so much to talk about today and so many updates to give you guys.
Oh, yeah, so
So
many.
I'm glad to be here. Hey,
Can't wait.
you don't even know half of them.
I don't know half of them, but it's going to be good. Let's do it, folks. Today is Thursday, February 22nd, and it is showtime. So let's go. Hey, that was a great intro by the great Dino Manzella from Seventh Heaven, folks. How you guys doing? Ocean's Pit. Beautiful Thursday, folks. Let's get right to our sponsors. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and Mesa, Arizona. Carhartt clothes, 20% off. Hey, Ace Base pleated furnace filters. Buy 3, get 1 free. That's good till February 29th. And the Groundhog has spoken. They will have an early spring. Be ready for the JRC Hardware Ace stores. They are stocked up with your spring lawn and garden needs. And don't forget to tell them to grill your ace off. Our good buddies from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Ace helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Right, honey? Our good friends from Ace.
They're wonderful. We got some new things coming up, and you guys know about we're going to be discussing down the road. It's going to be coming soon.
Not that far away. I mean, we're looking into April right now, which
Yes.
is only a couple months away, but we're going to be giving away a chance for everybody at the Norwich Des Plaines store. If you go to, make sure you go to the Ace stores. We're also going to give you a
We're
little.
not going into all the details. They're
We'll give
not
you stuff.
ironed out yet.
Anyway, we're going to give you a chance to get to win. You buy a raffle ticket, and you'll be able to get a new Weber grill. And the money we raise is going to go to Almost Home Foundation for Dogs.
So we'll get into all the details later, but just stay tuned for that because that's going to be something very exciting.
Very, very good. And before we get into the show here,
What do you eat in here?
Nothing. But why do you keep her and close the door? We don't have to worry about that.
They want to come
No, they don't when I'm up here. I close the door and no
they
problem.
want to be with me.
All right. Anyway, folks, DeMayo Partners for all your public relation needs. Call Bernie DeMayo, folks. Experience, creative, and smart. Get your band and get your business in newspapers, TV, radio, all the good stuff that you need to let people know about your brand. That's Bernie DeMayo's, folks. Experience, creative, smart. Call BernieDeMayo.com or 312-217-5658. That's Bernie DeMayo. And last but not least, in the first part of the show, of course, our good friends, Mary Grievous, everybody. Mary Grievous, that's right. You got to love her. Buy or selling, check it in the Chicagoland area. Tell her about it.
I need my glasses if you're going
What do you wait for to put the glasses on?
Because I know what I'm talking about next.
Oh,
Mary.
geez.
Let's turn your real estate dreams into reality. Mary's ready. She's the perfect real estate professional. Whether you're putting your home on the market or looking for a dream home, give Mary a call today at 630-688-1725 and tell her Ocean's Pit sent you.
That's right. Get it up there. Our good friend Mary Grievous, folks. It's a great day today, and I hope you're having a good one. Maybe you're going out, taking a little jog, doing something because it's a beautiful day out there for
Is
Thursday.
it? Why are you crabby then?
I'm crying because we rushed. That's the problem.
We
When I'm
rushed
we
because he was sleeping 5 minutes before the show started.
Of course, because this password you couldn't get in because you're Googling some other stuff. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, folks, I just want to say, let's say hello to some people if we can. Let's do that, honey. Paula Dina is in. Pamela Dina is in the house. Richard Hamlin, Carol, Ronnie B, Albert. Hey, Mark,
Hello,
what's up, buddy?
Mark.
Dennis.
Kathy Ippolito.
Woo, Dick Say it again with Dick Alderman from Des Plaines. Nina, nice seeing you last night.
Hi, Nina.
Speaking of last night, folks, we made our debut at the Cucina Rustica in Cary, Illinois. It's a small, little, beautiful place owned by my buddy Massimo and Filippo and Internet from Zaza's. That's their sister restaurant. Beautiful place, and it was a nice little audience for a Wednesday night. I want to thank Jerry Jams, Nina. Thank you, Nina, for coming out. Cousin Tommy, Nino, and the Mandelli family. It was a lot of fun, and we're going to be back there now in the summer. Folks, the restaurant is small, but in the restaurant they have the whole street that they open in the spring and the summer. And it's got outside concerts there, so it's going to be good as it gets warmer. A great place to be. Now tonight, folks. Tonight we'll be at Positano's in Oak Brook with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. That's a 7:30 hit. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armistad. Saturday, it's sold out. Pier 290, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin with Ocean's Rat Pack dinner and show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Sunday, we're back at Ronald Nesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy for Rat Pack Sunday.
Dennis, we're sorry to hear that. I hope everything is okay.
What happened?
He said he's headed to Mayo Clinic.
All right, Dennis, make sure you're okay there, my friend. Keep us posted.
Pam, good to see you.
Pam. And we also got our good friend,
Michaeline. Hello.
Michaeline.
And Karen, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it is.
It hopes it stays this way. We want it just to be full strength.
Yeah, a little cold about it.
The professor.
There he is. We'll see you Friday, my good friend. Hey, guys, it's good, and we're having fun here on a beautiful Thursday. What do you got on the cooks? What do you got on the books there, honey? What do you got on the books?
Just because we're already going at it each other is, ladies, if your partner just placed his fingers on your lips, you're walking away to quiet you down. How does that make you feel?
No, you're reading it wrong.
Well, because I know it's going to put a GIF in.
No, but I mean, if you
ladies, your partner just placed fingers on your lips and told you to shush in front of everyone at a party.
Ooh, that's no good. That's no good. I've never done that.
No, I'm just saying you didn't because I would. Boom.
Dave Antonelli is in the house.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
Dave said he was going to come to Positano's tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. At least he forgot. Maybe he didn't remember saying it.
Right, Carol?
There you go. Bibimuts. Yeah, right. Imagine that happening. That's going to be horrible. Horrible.
Now, honey, this is more for you to talk about, but he gives me this.
No, that's not just for me. This happens to people in general.
Oh, I know, but it happened to you.
Yeah, and I didn't, because I fell.
Okay, let's tell them what we're talking about
first. And they know that story. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but you still swell.
Yeah.
So on the cruise ships, people's legs and ankles swell. So they're trying to find how to prevent swollen legs and ankles. And this says on a cruise ship, but truthfully, it happens to me every time I'm on vacation.
Well, wait a minute,
I think it's the heat and the drinking and the eating.
Everything you said is shh. Everything that you
said. Luckily, we're not in front of people.
Yeah.
Right, Carol? Dead.
What happens is it's because they put more salt in the drinks, more salt in the food, and that's why even though you're eating healthy, there's still more salt than you normally have.
And I think we're always drinking more when you're on a trip. You might be doing more flu drinks.
There you go.
No hoochie coochie is right.
Carol Brandolino is in the house, right? Hi, Carol.
I lose some digit if I put my fingers on my wife to shush her.
There you go. Don't forget Tuesdays. Carol Brandolino is with us every Tuesday for Twisted Tuesday. Eric Todd in the house. What's up, my brother?
Yes, Kathy, salt in the food as well.
Salt in the food is right. And hopefully we'll see Carol tonight at Positano's as well. It's going to be, it is, yeah. So I think that's what makes a hell of a lot of sense there. Honey, let me tell you about our guest tomorrow. Now, Friday, the 23rd, 3rd, which is tomorrow. We have my good friend Susie Positano and my good friend Tracy from
The Matrix.
Yeah, The Matrix, and 1126 booking agent promotion company. They also run a lot of book a different bunch of bands. They have a different stuff. They have a new restaurant opening in Downers Grove, but they run The Matrix in Naperville, where Ocean's Rat Pack will be their dinner show with Marilyn Monroe and the Oscars on Sunday, March 10th. So we're excited about that. So we'll have Susie and Tracy on the show tomorrow on Ocean's Pit, 12 o'clock. All right.
Yes, and have you been hearing about American Airlines? So first of all, was it yesterday? About the disgruntled passenger on a United flight. They had to actually stop and pull over for a disgruntled. They had to masking tape. They took masking tape and they taped him and put him away. And I heard that from a very inside source, but because he was out of control. So they had to take
It was
tape.
a man then.
Yes,
Okay.
it was, but they did have to tape him up. That's how they put him into control. He should never have been flying in the first place. It was a health issue, so he should not have been. Anyways, and then now American Airlines, who we fly all the time, is now raising their baggage fees, and they're going to be changing the way they earn points. So we have one credit card that we use for everything. And that's what we use for our points. So half the times we fly, we're able to fly for free because we only continue to use this one credit card, which I don't know how that's changing, but if you guys are doing that, check that out.
Richard Hammond said that he tried to open the door and flight, so they duct taped him down.
Yes.
Crazy.
That is correct, Richard.
Michael Mojo O'Brien, what's up, brother? Welcome to Ocean's Pit. It's crazy, and but that's it. Like I said, when me and Regina got back from American Eagle, we just got back from Louisiana. They had some problems with the flight, and then
security, what was yours?
Well, the doors, something secure. The doors, something wouldn't lock, so they had to wait for another plane. But usually, I never have a problem with American Airlines.
I never really did either. And now all of a sudden, and again, if it's the baggage fees because they need to get more help to help with these type of situations, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, if they can fix that, you're absolutely right.
And keep their planes safe.
Yeah, well, that's important, especially when you're flying these days. Because United's always been okay, but I noticed when we got back from a cruise, everybody that flew on United did not get home.
Think about it. United is the largest airline, and they have the most planes, so of course they're going to have the most issues. But yes,
they are the number one airlines with more cancellations. United, and number 2 is Alaskan Airlines.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I looked that up. More than American. I looked that up when we were going through the problems with United on the cruise, when everybody's airplane wasn't flying home, but American Airlines was. So it made you wonder what the problem was.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you got, hon?
All right. So, ladies, good men do exist. They're just ugly. You sent me that.
Well, I'm just, that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of good guys out there and women that are looking for their...
So in other words, there's not many good men out there. That's what they're trying to say.
Okay. Now, there you go, folks. See, another jab in the afternoon to the men race.
Carol, wait till it's you and me, baby.
That's it. Well, you and Brandolino are going to take over. It's going to be good. But it's great. You know what? Hey, let's get there real fast, honey. If you guys, let's make this quick because this will be multiple. Justin, not Justin Bieber, but Justin Fields, for all you Chicago Bears fans. He unfollowed his own team on social media because he's got to wait for a draft. Bye-bye, Justin. Justin was never the future for the Bears. So he unfollowed his own team on social media. Justin, just because he's ready to move. They're going to ready to trade him. So they're not being. I think Justin Fields will not be with the Chicago Bears in the 24 season. Just my opinion. There she goes. Yay, American. Hello, Eileen Whiteheart. John Anthony, what's up?
Hey, John.
John Anthony, man, he's fantastic. You know what? I've told John Anthony, if you never went to go see John Anthony sing, he does a lot of good stuff. When he does his Neil Diamond, wow, out of the park. And Johnny's got to get a Neil Diamond show going because he is, he's a good guy and he knows his stuff. He's got a great voice. But when he does that Neil Diamond stuff, wow. So, Johnny, hope you get the Neil Diamond experience with my good buddy, John Anthony.
Yes.
Absolutely. Buddy, what's up, my pal? How's your
Yes,
favorite
buddy,
day?
how are you? And if anyone, I don't know if anyone needs to hear this today, but you do not need anything from Amazon, honey. Was that
That was a
that
pun
a
to you.
telepathic, telepathic? What the hell am I saying?
That was a message to you
telepathic-
without sending to, and it wasn't even from me. It was from Aaron Leah who sent that. So that just goes to show
Ask
that.
us how often Amazon delivers to our house.
Oh my God! It's just the guys. I mean, they come by name. I think they just sleep outside because they know they're coming to our house.
We
It's
do a
nuts.
lot
It's nuts. It's
of
nuts.
Amazon.
All right, everybody out there, is a question for the day, real fast. Well, we have a couple things, but here, what's important. If you can keep only one, if you can bring back one, first is out to Laura Ocean, then we'll affect everybody else. If you can just keep one or bring back one that's not there no more, Super Kmart's, Blockbuster, Payless Shoes, or Toys R Us, which one would you bring back?
Super Kmart.
Toys R Us for me. Oh no,
Well, I don't need Toys R-
Blockbuster
wait a
was
minute.
good. Blockbuster was good too, though. I used to love going there. That's where we.
I was
bumped into
just
each
going to
other
say,
again.
Tony and I, when way in the past, ran into each other in Blockbuster, and he kept trying to talk to me, and I was trying to pick a movie, and he kept wanting to talk. So,
Well, I never see. I really see. It is what
but
it
we
is.
did really run into each other in a Blockbuster for brief moments. But yes,
Brief moment.
I only see Super Kmart because they had a variety of so many different things. But now, come to think of it, and I have to agree with you and Richard right now, because
Mhm.
Toys R Us we will need now, because we are going to be having a
Or remember,
grandson.
guys, when it was called Bargain Town.
I don't. Oh,
Toys R Us
yes,
were
with
called
the
Bargain
giraffe.
Town with giraffe. Well, the giraffe was there
He's
with
still
Toys
there,
R
but
Us
yes.
too. Yeah. And Eric Todd says none.
Right?
There you go. Pina says Super Kmart.
Right.
Michael says toys. Pina says hi, guys. Yeah.
You
So
used to get a lot of different things at Super Kmart. Because
There you
really,
go.
right here by our house, which is now our Home Depot, used to be a Super Kmart way back in the day. And it was
Oh.
so nice. It was a grocery store and get your stuff. It was nice. But now
Oh.
we got Walmart anyway.
Walmart and everything else coming in. Hey, you're watching Ocean Spit Little Show about big things. Deutsch Power Center, folks, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago. Call Deutsch, my good buddy Sal, and Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, and Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions for all your collision and auto repair needs. Go to crashchampion.com. Oh,
Michael,
oh.
yeah, so you would want Toys R Us as well because you have your grandkids. Oh my gosh, Pina! Gantos
Yeah.
and Chico's used to be my favorite stores.
Chico used to be my drug dealer.
So do you
Chi-
know
Chico's
one
was
of
his
our
name?
one of our
What's a Chico's?
one of our listeners
We don't need any
here
more Mexican food stands.
was it Chico? Not Chico's. I like Chico's too.
Oh,
but
I know.
no,
I remember
no,
it was
no.
called Cheapos.
No, wait.
It wasn't called Cheapos?
Gantos. It was on the low Cachet. Cachet.
Oh, Cachet.
Chico's. I don't know if they're still in business. I did.
Kinko's. Yes, Kinko's. I remember.
Kinko's, but Cachet. One of our listeners here. Oh, Madigan's. Oh
Madigan's.
My gosh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Madigan's
Damn,
was good.
oh my gosh.
Changes in Elmwood Park for all you guys with the men's clothes on Harlem Avenue.
Changes.
Changes was a great place. I used to love that place. Very, very
That's
cool.
so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, old Chicago.
Old Chicago was good too. There he goes. Hey,
Oh,
Rick.
this is so funny.
What's
I
up,
love
my
this
buddy
stuff.
Rick? Hope you're doing well.
Cachet. Okay, Kat. So Cachet, one of our watchers, she doesn't come on often, but she's also somebody that's good friends that comes to see Tony often. She was the original owner of Cachet.
There you go.
Yes, she was. You guys might have seen her out, but we
There
won't
you go.
there.
Charles A. Stevens. Or Charles M. Smith. Or do you say Smythe? Or there's a lot of great ones that used to have whatchamacallit. But
It's a lot to say.
no, that's not. Your birth month is what you're good at. Now let's just. I'm not going to say all of them because some of them are a little risque for this
Yeah,
show.
I just seen March.
But January, if you were born in January, you're being a bitch. If you're born in February, you're selling dope.
We're skipping March.
March is you're sucking, you know what, for women or even men now these days. April, you're trapping.
May,
You're drinking. June, you're
Gangbang.
gang banging. July is hot rails. August is invading cops.
Evading.
Oh, evading.
We're invading.
September, you're a porn star. October, you're hustling. November is cartel boss. And I'm born in December, and I'm not going to say that one.
No.
No, but it's got something to do with eating. Anyway, besides that,
My
there you
Lord.
go. John Anthony, it's well deserved, my brother. I'm only telling the truth, pal. Herbie Gaines, Herbs Clothes and Wheeling. Oh, it was Herbs.
Oh my
Herbs.
gosh.
Yeah, Big and Tall, too. Remember, Big and Tall used to have everything. Very, very cool. Roz Varon from ABC retires. Roz Varon, ABC Channel 7.
Wait, she did?
Yeah, she's retiring. I used to do a bunch of parties for her. I think when she was her first marriage, because they were from Elmwood Park, or they were living in Elmwood Park at the time. So we give the best to Roz Varon. We wish you the best. March. I'm a nice person. Okay, there you go.
Yes, Carol, you're a porn star.
There's Jerry Jams.
Jerry Jams.
Herbs was the best. We'll see Jerry tonight, of course, at Postatanos in Oak Brook with Lisa
Penis
P.
March, and you are a nice
March.
person.
Yeah.
So
So,
we won't go there.
so if you get listen, yeah. This is Carol Brandolino.
Yeah, Carol, we should put this in here too about telling your kids how 911 can be called or text from your phone,
Yeah.
and they will be able to.
Automatically, your address will show where location where you're at. So, it's not only just for kids; it's for your
It's for
partners too. Let
everybody.
everybody to know. It's very, very, very
And
important.
speaking of that, can I just go real quick?
Did you miss that?
We did, yeah. I missed the first one too. I'll go back.
All right,
I'm going back and forth.
I got.
Jumping around a little bit, I'm
Okay.
spicing things up.
Yes.
Anyways, right down the street from us, we have a lash bar. I've not been there yet, and
A lash bar.
it's called a lash bar. I didn't even know it was there, but
Well,
it's
for what?
literally
What for? What is it?
they thread your,
Oh, lashes.
brows.
Okay.
and we're going to talk about that too. I want to give a little plug to Rhonda.
Huh?
Anyway, so it's a lash bar. They do threading. They do whatever. It's a salon. Okay. So right down the street, it's probably a couple miles up the street, they had two masked men with guns, 7:20 last night, with a full salon walking in to rob them. I'm getting so freaking sick of
And
this.
right
coming
next to
so-
it is a jewelry store. They passed that. They went right to the lash store.
And why
What
would
are they
go
going
to
to
the
find?
lash
in there?
store? Who people
Oh,
don't
I
pay
know what
credit
they were.
cards?
I know they were cross dressers and needed an outfit for the night.
We
they
just
wanted to
all
get
got this
Ashley's
in the
done.
neighborhood, and it's just disgusting. It's getting so close to home, and it's happening everywhere. So please, everybody, please be aware of your surroundings. I tell my kids that every time they walk out this door.
Grab Patrick. There you go. Pat Lanzini says grab and cash.
Anybody else looking into guns?
Wait a minute. Richard Hamlin says just in case you need a good lashing. That's a good one.
I'm ready to
That's
get a
good
gun. I'm going to start packing, guys. I'm going to
You know
start
what?
packing.
I'm gonna tell you something. This world is crazy, but you know what? In Sulaban or Sulaban, Norway, I heard Norway's beautiful. I'd love to go visit. Anyway, you can live and work in Norway, and and you can come in from no matter where, and you can live there. You don't need like papers or anything like that. This is in Norway. But I think there's probably certain. I thought in certain places you need paperwork to let you know where you're from or anything like that. But Norway, you can get away with all that stuff. It's beautiful.
Pam, they own a salon as well. She goes, we had a boulder thrown through our front door last summer, and they took a few things. I do remember that. This is disgusting.
They had to get that shampoo. Remember the bottle that?
Disgusting.
Remember the shampoo that said, "Gee, your hair smells terrific."
Michelle, I am 100% serious.
What does that say? Yes,
Let's
Laura.
go for shooting lessons. I'm in.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to get our conceal and carries.
Yeah, I think
and we're going to be ready.
I think we all should do that, folks.
That's
'cause
my question. Does anybody know the answer? If you're at a place like that and you are carrying, and some guy walks in with a gun and you shoot him, are you going to jail?
I think it only if it's your place. I think
So
if
you could just-
own the place. You can say it's protection, but I'd have to get some more details.
I would like the answer to that because truthfully, everybody needs to have one now, and I was never for this. Never.
What about the second shot at Starbucks? Oh,
What does that mean,
there-
Pat?
There's Double T, Tony Toto in the house. Actually, tomorrow is the real Tony Toto's birthday
Two-shot.
next tomorrow, buddy. So happy early birthday
Oh, wait.
again. It's tomorrow.
Oh.
Double T, Tony Toto.
Yes,
the best.
Jerry.
the
So if you
best.
have a gun card, because I will do it legally, but damn it, that's so scary.
Yeah. Now, guys, think about this. All of us that are here, well, some of us, I can't say this age, but maybe. Do you remember, did we all at the age of 15 or 16 years old go into like the woods near the house and
Yes.
smoke Lucky Strike or Marlboro and drink Boone's Farm or a 2020 Mad Dog
Mad
with your
Dog.
buddies.
Oh my God, yes.
How many people did that? I mean, I lived right across the street. My mother still does from Evans Field in Elmwood Park, and we just go back there and we light up our cigarettes. And we'd smoke and drink Boone's Farm or 2020 Mad Dog. And that's what we did at
Yes.
15 or 16-year-old. And we light the garbage can on fire and sit around the campfire.
That's how I met one of my very best friends. Him and the guys all started our garbage cans on fire when we first moved into our house in Medina. And we're still best friends to this day.
See that?
Anyways, so Pat says 2 people were shot at Starbucks in Chicago yesterday.
Oh, I thought you meant the second shot.
I know. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if it was a joker. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, and spit a lot. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
And you know what? I started spitting more after I smoked cigars, but only with the good ones you don't end up spitting out. It's only the bad ones when you keep it in your mouth too long. That's bad. Yeah. Besides that, I was in the desert with schnapps and saying what was being smoked, but shooting was going on. Yeah.
All right, I got to bring something up. So we're always talking about the negatives and all the bad things and all the things that bad people are doing that I have to give a shout out. So my son and future daughter-in-law were in the city last weekend. They went to go get her ring resized.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. And they went to go get her ring resized, and then they had to wait an hour, so they went to go to lunch. So as they go to lunch, they go park, and they couldn't find the box for the parking. The box you got to pay for the parking. So they go inside of this restaurant and told the guy they didn't know what to do, and the guy showed them on the app how to put the app on their phone. They don't go to the city very often, but he's like, "What? I got to do that." So he goes, puts the app on his phone. The guy brings him outside, points to where he's got to go. So he's walking to his car walking down there. As he's passing his car, there's already a ticket on there. He walks back in the restaurant. He was so pissed off, rightfully so. But the owners of
Lincoln Park,
Firefly Burger bought both of their lunches because they knew they were upset and they were trying to do the right thing. Firefly Burger, and not only that, but they both said it was one of the best burgers they've ever had. They tried to pay them. They told them they did not need to do that.
Maybe because it was free.
No, they said it was excellent.
It was still a good burger.
She said both of them says they will go back there, but just the idea that those people, and there was only a few people in there, but Firefly Burger in Lincoln Park, excellent burger, and they actually did that kind deed and made them both feel so much better over that stupid parking ticket that only took about 10 minutes.
Well, there's a nice clap
so
out
thank you, Firefly Burger.
Firefly Burger. Albert, did you ever drink Weiler's with vodka? Oh, yes. We still do, actually, at our parties, but very good, Albert. John Anthony said, excuse the language, but these politicians need to find some balls and change the law and use the firearm in the act of committing a crime should go straight to jail, minimum 3 years. No bail, correct, John, but unfortunately, Illinois state is no bail. Cash bail, they don't care. And as long as we stay with that governor and the way Illinois is never going to change, no matter who the president comes, no matter who the next president of the United States is, and I don't talk politics, but if I think
all right, I got to tell you guys something.
I will build a great wall.
Anyway, yeah. Speaking of that,
I don't talk politics. Yeah. But this is what I tell my husband. You are Donald Trump because you do good things. You want to do the right. Well, okay,
I want to do the right thing. Yeah.
You're trying to do the right thing, but your mouth gets you in trouble. The way you say it's not what you say, but what you say.
It's not all the time.
If Donald Trump would shut his mouth sometimes and say things in a different manner, look, right, Tony?
The point is,
it would have went over differently. And him and I'm like, you're Donald Trump. Shut your mouth.
If I was, I wouldn't be on this show right now. That's for sure.
Right?
But I would have to tell you one thing. There's Tony Deanna, and there it is. All my Trump supporters. Thank you so much.
That's what I said. I'm agreeing. But isn't it ironic, Jer? Yes.
The parts are the right. But you know what? Look, if I was any other way,
he's doing a good job. It's just his mouth.
If it was doing it the other way, what else can you expect from me? At least, hey, let it go in one ear and out the other. And in the middle, you'll find out what it is. Now, and speaking of, since you're going to give me a little jab, let's do this real fast. I need to ask this question, and because I don't know, do you guys remember?
Boyd.
Anybody? Just Boyd, good one, brother. Knee slapper. There you go, knee slapper. Hey guys, I'm going to ask you something. It's a great question. And I don't know, some of you people I might have met, some people I don't remember meeting because, I was a little gone at the time if you met me in the early 2000s. But what I'm trying to say is, how did we meet? If anybody, real quickly, anybody that's watching, is there a story or something? I know how me and you met, but how does anybody that met me for the very first time, anybody, I'd like to know that story. I see people posting that. Tell me how we met, because you have a lot of associates and a lot of friends and acquaintances.
Well, 90% of the people I would think met you at a gig.
Yeah. I
Or
don't
in
know.
jail.
Boyd says you owe me. There you go, Boyd. Oh,
At Taverna.
Boyd
Kathy?
is good, but Boyd's come up with some good one. Amy Conrad in the house. Jilly's late Geneva. How, Amy from Indianapolis? How you doing, hon? You guess what kind of
Not the police station, another station.
other station over 30 years ago at Tina and Tony's restaurant in Gurnee.
Oh my gosh.
We're just talking to Primo in Gurnee, Primo Restaurant, to get me back out there again.
Hi, Christine.
Mama does 70th birthday. Mama D's 70th birthday party. I met Natalie.
Wait, that's where you met Tony. Yes, Nat. I hadn't met you before that then. Yes, because I was looking for you. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh,
stuff.
through Dominic and Anthony, our cousins.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Very, very.
Wedding you sang on CD Manzo's Cocktail Hour.
Wow. Oh, so you met my CD before you met me, Jerry. There you go.
How funny.
It's a great story. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things, folks. Let's get to a couple of real things, honey. Well, we need to talk about some of our. Let's go. God, it's hard when you're trying to put all this together. Trico Hair Experts, recreating great hair days. Anthony and Carmela, 773-999-7888. Let's not forget Tony Ocean's brand new cigars. Call Don Esteban Cigars in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Tell them you want the Tony Ocean special, and you can get those cigars, 727-366-7536. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, if you're looking for a great lawyer. And Laura, tell them about Laura Ocean Solutions.
As I tell you guys all the time, you are paying, and I will guarantee you are paying fees you should not be. And you give me a call, I can go through your statement. We can get rid of those fees that you should not be paying and put that profit back into your pocket. Give me a call. Go to LauraOceanSolutions.com or Facebook me or call me or text me.
There it is. And anyway, the basic is to save some money. Now, we were talking about trying to, when someone has a product or something they're trying to do. I'm still trying to get two people on this show.
Well, I need to talk about
one. I'm trying to get my sister in-law, Natalie.
I want to tell them what's going on.
We'll talk about it. Well, we need to get her on the show. People can always see names. Some people may never have met Natalie. To get her on the show and her new business, not her new business venture. She's been doing a long time with Mama D, of course. But we
need an update on
branching on what the new thing that she's doing with a combination with another company, and then we need to get cousin Rhonda on here and what her new business.
So we're going to give you some quick updates. First of all, I don't know if you could see, I've never had eyebrows. Okay, Rhonda is doing microblading. I've never had it done. They're still a little bit dark. I just had them done last week, so I guess they're going to get lighter or whatever, but I've never had eyebrows. So I highly suggest ladies, men, because he's going to do it. He wants to do it too.
Yeah, because my mind, one's here, one's there,
So we're working on my eyebrows right now, but microblading, look into it. And that's like, I wake up and I have eyebrows. I've never had eyebrows before. So that our cousin Rhonda has certified and working on numerous people, and her schedule is filling up. So if it's something you are interested in doing or considering, let me know. We will get you in contact with Rhonda. Actually, we should probably start putting her information up. But yes, I know you want to get yours done too, Carol. She does a phenomenal job. She's very artistic.
Absolutely. And
she's got a good eye for that.
Boyd coming out of the woodwork again. Every time Boyd said something, it's pretty funny. This one isn't funny. This makes fact. How about getting Natalie on Shark Tank?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what Natalie's up to right now,
Yeah,
okay?
go ahead.
So Mama D's Flavored Breads, as you all know, it was D's Flavored Breads back in the day when my mom passed away. Everyone always called her Mama D, Mama D. So she knew, as when she was still in hospice, that we were changing it to Mama D. So she does know this.
Yeah.
Anyways, we are now expanding. So she's going to be working with one of the
our good friends Michael Bad from Golden
thank you,
Eagle,
Golden Eagle
hot
food truck.
food trucks.
We're going to be putting Mama D's breads on there. But the big announcement, and we'll be posting things again. Everybody's asking for gluten-free. Guess what Natalie perfected?
Gluten-free Mama D breads.
They are awesome. Now, awesome. But wait, I'm not done. Awesome. We've already tried 3 different flavors. Wonderful. She's only going to have a couple flavors on the truck, but most of them can be made gluten-free in majority of the flavors.
Yeah.
But there's only going to be a few on the food truck. So gluten-free Mama D's breads now do have, we have that. And what she's working on today.
As we're speaking.
Jack
Daniels.
No. Remember before Mama D passed, her big thing was the limoncello. Mama D was drinking the limoncello every day before she passed. And we wanted to make a limoncello bread in her honor. Natalie is perfecting that today. So the first one is in the oven. So we did she's got it in there.
The testing
has gone on so far, and it is wonderful. But right now we will let you know. So it's not perfected yet. We're still working on it.
But if you're interested in getting your Mama D's breads now, you know what? You can still get them. Go to NBOS427 at yahoo.com or private message Natalie Bosch, and she'll tell you what's going. She got some breads, Mama D's stuff that's coming. Orders are coming in all the time, but this is gonna be good. She's partnered up with our good buddy Michael Batt, who owns Golden Eagle food trucks. These food trucks are at all festivals, all concerts in the park, car shows. So you're going to see Mama D's breads.
There's Natalie right now.
There she is. There's Natalie in there, folks.
Baking in the kitchen constantly.
You're watching Ocean's Pit. I'm sorry. I tried to put some in. Oh, no, it's your papers that fell.
That's not my papers. I don't have papers here, dear.
Twisted Tuesday over there.
Let's not forget that. You're taking my jacket off.
No wonder why my models get smashed.
Why?
You take your feet and you smash them, put them on the floor, not where my models are. Anyway, folks, it's models.
Give me some room in this room.
She comes here. She comes corner. 1 day a week, and she just messes everything up.
We're in this little corner.
Anyway, folks.
Liz,
excuse me.
Liz, don't say that because I'm actually looking at getting it cut off. So, but thank you.
She's going to cut a little bit. That's what you're saying.
I want it done.
Now, listen, kids out there, you got to be very careful. And this is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A girl and a boy. The girl dies. The boy doesn't. The girl is 7 years old. Her name was Sloan. The brother's name was Marriott, and he was 9. And they built a giant sand hole. They dig a giant hole. Well, both fell into the hole. And, of course, unfortunately, the police came and got Marriott out. He just broke a leg, but unfortunately, Sloan died at the age of 7 years old. Now, my question is, 7 and 9, where are the parents while they're building this giant hole?
Do you guys remember the story about Jessica McClure? I mean, I watched that thing like it was crazy. But the little girl that fell into the sewer years ago, they literally took her out with her arm up against her head.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did that happen?
But the problem is, where are the parents when the 7 and 9-year-old are digging a hole or making a hole on the beach there on the sand? Obviously, that's where they were. It's in Fort Lauderdale. Where are the parents? Boozing it up on the beach? What are they doing that they're not watching? Be careful, kids, and especially if this hole is getting big enough for your kids to fall into. The daughter is gone at the age of 7 years old, and you almost lost your son. He's 9. All he got was a broken leg, but thank God he's okay. But she is gone. These are parents' fault. Parents, new generation of parents that don't give a shit about their kids. Put them in a basement, give them the video games, that give them a credit card, give them whatever they want just so they stop bothering mom and dad. The old school needs to come back. A little bam every now and then.
There's no sense of a bam for that thing. They just need to overseen that.
Absolutely.
They should have been right next to them.
They should have been right next to them. Or have the father watching. I mean, help them build the hole and they can play together. You know what I mean?
Emil, my children are adults, and ask them to this day. They don't get mad at me anymore, but to this day, I have all their locations, and it's still this day and age. We all do. We all have each other's.
Pat says I keep a leash on my son.
We do. We still do. And we're all together. Even my daughter.
And a slap on the ass never hurt.
Well, there's no sense. I'm not slapping
I'm
my
not talking
20 and
about your
30-year-olds.
20-year-old. You know what I'm talking to say. You know.
But I'm just saying we all watch out for each other now.
Yeah.
Even my daughter will be like, "Mom, where are you?" Because they all have my locations as well. And
Sure.
they're like, "Mom, where are you? Why are you not?"
Why you're always in the office? Yeah, but there you go.
I don't leave the house often, so if I'm out, they're all like, "Mom, what are you doing?"
Where are you going?
Rosemary, how are you?
Rosemary, that's how you doing, Mom. Rosemary and Seymour from Melrose Park. I told Carol, I told
Carol,
my son I
love
live
it.
so far this up his ass. I should pay rent.
Oh, I love that. I got to screenshot that because I got to tell that to my kids.
That's
a
good,
good
man.
one.
That's Carol Brandolino, folks. She's my co-host every Tuesday on Twisted
Love
Tuesday
it.
with Tony O and Carol Brandolino from Encore Sherwood
There's
Brandolino
Danny
Music.
now.
There's Danny. How you doing? We just mentioned Armando's Supermarkets, buy local, shop local in
All right,
Elgin,
guys.
Illinois.
If anyone says that their wedding day was the best day of their life, they really haven't had a chance to go to the vending machine and have 2 candy bars fall down at once.
Oh, there you go.
Christine, I love it.
We got some great shows coming up, folks. March 6th, we'll be debuting at a brand new place called Little Pop's New York Pizzeria Restaurant in Lisle. New York style pizza still is the best pizza, my favorite. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. Then we're going to be at now March 9th. Mark this one. This is big. You guys all remember Moretti's. Remember Cadillac Ranch? Well, now it's called the Rustic Charm Moretti's. It's going to be Ocean's Rat Pack Dinner Show, followed by Tony Ocean's Retro Show. So 2 shows for the price of one. I think it's $59. You get chicken, steak, everything, and
If you guys know, get your
one
hand on my
glass
face.
and 1 glass of wine. You can't beat that for that
If you
price.
guys remember last Thursday, we were there, and the
For the
lunch
live
they
remote.
were serving us was the food that they're going to be serving that day. I will tell you, that chicken was phenomenal.
Steak, chicken, salad, you get a
The
dessert.
steak was
you get
great
it all.
as well. But
And-
the chicken, for whatever reason, I eat chicken all the time, but that chicken was...
It was great. And then you get Ocean's Rat Pack, Bill Saratella, Elliot Wimbush, yours truly, Jerry Jams, Lisa P., John Boom Boom Faso, and Mikey D for the retro show afterwards. So it's dinner, Rat Pack, and dancing March 9th at the beautiful brand new Rustic Charm Moretti's. Then the following
Did
night...
you say a glass of wine is included?
1 glass of wine is included. The next night, if you're into the Oscars, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Matrix Meg's Lounge in Naperville. Beautiful place. It'll be a dinner and a show. And opening the show is my good friend Wendy Thompson as Marilyn Monroe. She'll be opening up for the Rat Pack. And then they're going to show the whole Oscars. That's where I'll be leaving during that part of the show. But anyway, they'll
Team
be showing
supporter?
I'm not watching
You're
the
not an
Oscars.
athletic
I don't want
supporter?
to listen to those liberals. Anyway, but it's going to be fun. That's March 10th. March 20th will be in the city of Chicago at the Alley, returning to the Carnival restaurant on Fulton Avenue. Beautiful place. That's going to be fun.
And
on
it's not
the
open to the
20th.
public, but they also have a Rat Pack show that afternoon. The Rat Pack is really
Going crazy,
going
folks.
crazy.
And then I'm going back to Edison Park, folks, on a Saturday night, March 23rd. Tony Ocean returns to Moretti's in Edison Park prime rib dinner show, or you can order off the menu. That's on the 23rd of March. Going to be a lot of fun there. And we got some birthdays. Honey, do your joke of the day. Thursday's joke of the day.
How many lips does a flower have?
2 lips. Oh, there you go.
Pat, I say 1 bottle.
1 bottle.
That
There
would be
you go.
my guess, but I think it's only 1 glass.
We got some birthdays. Actor Arthur Kennedy. Matt Dillon turned 60 years old. Broadway Joe Namath, formerly of the New York Jets, turns 80 years old. Rapper Dr. Dre. Vanna White, honey, turned 67 years old. Actress Renee
Wow.
Russo. Dennis DeYoung from the rock band Styx celebrates a birthday. Steve Buscemi, great actor, love him. George Kennedy, one of my favorite actors from the 70s and the 60s, the Black Knight, the Blue Knight, fantastic. Sybil Shepherd turned 74 years old. Molly Ringwald, 56 years old. Smokey Robinson, 86 years old. My good friend from Elmwood Park, and I'm praying for my good pal Scott Mano, celebrating a birthday, and former singer of Pez Band and USSA, and of course the great off-Broadway, the great Cliff Johnson. Happy heavenly birthday to Cliff here. And
You
watch
can
Ocean
read it.
Spit. What did I read?
Pat, you're killing me.
Zip on your lips on
No.
your organ. Oh, what better than roses on your piano? Two lips on your organ. Oh, there's Michael Badnow. Soon Mama D's Bread's on the bus. Yeah, we mentioned it. You must have just logged on.
Yes, it's going incredible. And Mike, I don't know if Natalie has finished telling you yet, but the gluten-free have been perfected.
The gluten-free Mama D's Breads are ready, Michael. So
I did the final taste test.
There you go. And that's good.
Excellent.
Years ago, Professor Backwards was murdered. He screamed, "Pia is help backwards," so no one listened to him.
Years ago, Professor Backwards was murdered. He screamed, "Pla!
Pla?
It is help backwards." So no one.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, there you go. What else you got, honey, there? We're watching Ocean Spit.
I like this. Okay, what we were just talking about as far as the generation. So this is breaking the generational curse. Listen closely, parents.
Yes.
Quit yelling at your kids before they go to bed and expect them to sleep well. Quit yelling.
Or your husband.
Well, it doesn't say that.
Okay.
Quit yelling at your kids in the morning after they wake up before school and expect them to have a good day.
Or your husband.
Set the tone for your children. You set the tone for your voice that they will always remember in their heads. You become their inner voice. Don't be their inner critic. And speak life, speak love, speak bravery and kindness and hope, speak wisdom and truth, but most of all, listen to your children. This is a keeper for me because now I have grandkids to
you know what
that
makes a lot of sense. You know what? A lot of times, I don't know. It's
even to this day, because again, I came from a divorced home, and I had a divorced home with my children, and that is something the kids get in their head, and they go to school with that, knowing mom and dad are arguing or whatever the case may be, to the point where even when him and I will have an argument, my kids, adult kids, hear us, and it brings them back to that inner child of hearing arguing.
Sure.
When I hear arguing, it brings me back to my inner child hearing my mom and dad argue. Yeah. It's not good for anybody.
And you know another thing too, though, about arguing. Let's just go this way. I agree exactly what she said. But you know what? Sometimes, especially if you're in a certain arguing, sometimes it's not really arguing. Sometimes we just talk real loud. I think that's it. I mean, if you get to the point where you can
what?
I think that's what it is. Especially in my house, nobody, and I'm not saying nobody, but nobody in this house would really understand it. But you guys, probably in the Italian heritage, maybe Polish, Spanish, whatever, German, my mom and my dad all day long, or when they are together, it's always yelling. What? Just like, can you take the garbage out? Or can you go to the store for me? It's, can you go to the store for me? I mean, that's what it is.
My mother couldn't handle yelling at all. So that's why I think.
See, my dad didn't yell too much, but my mother was always that. And then throwing something afterwards. The pot and pan would fly. That's 24 hours my whole life as a kid. And probably a lot of you guys.
I know we're getting really personal right now, but Mary, that's true. But do you know me and my sister? I don't need to go into all this, but truthfully, my mom and dad did try to do that. And me and Natalie would be laying in bed and we hear them talking. And we knew if they were talking or they were arguing. And we didn't like that either. And they tried to do it when we weren't hearing. They still do because kids are smart.
Oh, they're very smart. Very smart. They play, sometimes kids are a little more stupid, but they are very smart.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Very smart. Very smart. Just like dogs. If you look at dogs, they know exactly when they did something wrong, and they know, and they just, what, me? I wasn't, right? So they're very good at that. You watch the Ocean Spit. What else you got, honey? I got a list of something here right after you're done with some of your other.
All right.
No, wait. Oh, no, this is something I had to give you the whole story on. It started here, according to the New York Post.
According to the New York Post, mom unknowingly gives baby an X-rated name.
That poor child. There's 3 sections. Let's go here first.
A new mom has left her family completely shocked after sharing the X-rated name she unknowingly gave her newborn baby.
Now, wait a minute. Unknowingly. Now, remember that. Unknowingly. Go ahead.
The 20-year-old gave birth in January and wanted to keep the name a secret until she had signed all the official documents. She wanted to name She wanted the name to be a sweet nod to her grandparents, Harvey and Charlotte. So she decided to blend the two names together to form Harlot.
Now,
She never-
now you got to go back. Wait, you got to go back probably in the 40s, 50s. If you were born then, you'd know what this means. Go ahead.
She never heard the word harlot before, which is an old-fashioned word for sex worker or someone who has multiple sex partners.
That's the kid's name now.
Wow.
Unknowingly, but see,
Yes.
but only the older people will understand that. The younger kids would have no clue. Harlot.
So Nina, if you're watching,
There you
better
go.
be careful.
And we're waiting too. We're waiting to find out what the kid's name is.
Yeah,
It'll be
they
interesting.
have a name that they're keeping a secret that they want to announce at birth. So hopefully they know the meaning.
It's not Harlot. Yeah. What else you got on there, honey?
So
Oh, that's that's a theater. Never mind. All right, so here you got here, folks. Now we're just talking about memories when we were growing up.
memories
from the
like
corner
of my
of my
mind. Misty water,
Salted
color,
water, tasting water.
memories.
Anyway, we were talking about the woods at 15, 16, smoking cigarettes, drinking Boone's Farm. Here you go. Top 25 things. Top 25 things that you can bring you back to and you look forward to in the old days of when you were a kid. Let's go to number 25. The first taste.
You're gonna go 25 freaking things.
They're going to be quick. The
Please.
first taste of a cigarette or your first taste of booze. How old were you, honey?
Before 14.
Yeah, I was 13 when I had my first cigarette, and I had my first shot. My first shot of Jack Daniels was 12 years old. My first shot
How
of
do you
Jack
remember
Daniels.
that?
I remember because I see my godmother, Victoria, sometimes she's on the show, and she tells me about it. She was the one that gave it to me. So there you go. I had my first shot. Very good. And my first word was chunky because I loved the candy. Remember the chunky chocolate? That was before mom, before dad, my first word was chunky. Oh, 12 years old at Catholic school. All right, number
That's
24.
why.
Number 24, Kittyland. How many people remember Kittyland?
We used to go there all the time.
We lived down the street from it, Kittyland. All right, number 23. First time you got arrested, if you've ever been arrested. I was arrested a few times as a youth. Yeah, interesting. Were you ever arrested, honey? I'm just
One time.
One time, okay.
Well, actually, I didn't. It wasn't a full arrest, but they actually were going to take me away because I wouldn't let my kids go with my ex-husband.
Okay, there you go.
But I didn't get arrested.
How
I had to go
about
to
number
court, though.
22? Your very first best friend. Your very first best friend, the first person that you met, and
Like
you go
childhood best friend?
childhood best friend that you first met when you were a kid.
Like a young.
Yeah, when you were a kid. These are all memories. When you were a kid, when you're very
Well, I mean, you got
the feeling that you got when you had your first best friend. This is a best friend that you shared everything with, not sexual partner stuff. I'm talking
not
about.
talking sex.
I'm talking
girl.
about best friend. Best friend. Do you remember that person's name?
Well,
Very first best friend.
I'm thinking Susie Thompson. I'm thinking these people. These are my when I was little, under 6th grade, right?
Yeah, whatever the first memory. It could be,
That was my next door neighbor.
Your next door neighbor. Look at that. Dennis remembers Linda Koff. Dennis, you're still on the show and you're on your way to the. That's a trooper. Now that's a trooper. You deserve medal of the day. Grew up in Melrose Park. Loved Kittyland, Santa's Village. Hey, number 21. Remember playing Kick the Can?
Right?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, we played Kick the Can.
Number 20. Spin the bottle.
I didn't play that often.
Spin the bottle. Yeah, you got to love that. Number 19, playing hide and seek for the first time and finding. Come on, it was so cool when you were a kid. How about the number 18, your first crush or your first kiss? Mine was at 13 years old. And I lost my virginity at 15. So
What are we talking about
I'm
here?
just saying, my first crush. Well, your first crush. You remember
My
your
first
first
kiss was Scott Fisher. I thought there was 2 brothers, but I forget which one. And it was in Addison at my aunt's house, and I want to say I was like 11 or 12.
There you go.
Scott Fisher.
There you go.
In Addison.
This didn't really affect me, but to some people it might. Sports games. Your first when you played volleyball, or when you first played Little League, or whatever it was. That was number 17. Playing in the park. Remember going and waiting till the lights came on, then you knew you had to
gotta
go
go
back
home when
home.
the street lights went on.
Playing in the park, yeah. How about the first time you got on your first bike? Remember that at the age of 15? I was younger.
Oh, I was
then.
gonna say, yeah.
But remember that when you got on your first bike, I could never ride it. My dad kept trying and kept trying and kept finally.
I don't remember that young, but I remember having my bike with the banana seat.
How about
Girls,
that?
you remember the banana seat and
the banana seats.
and the basket in the front, and then you had your little thing on the side. You'd ring the bell.
Ring the bell. How many times do you remember going to the very first your beach for the first time? Whether it was at Indiana Dunes or Lake Michigan. Remember when you were a kid going there? I remember one of the first beaches I went to, believe it or not, was in Viareggio in Italy. I wasn't even here in the United States. I was in the beach there. Interesting stuff. Or remember in 13, your favorite story. Remember a story that you always tell people over and over again. It's like your favorite one that's always embedded into your mind of a story that happened when you were a kid. Something like I always mention the time that I got arrested when I was 13. That was something that doesn't happen. Climbing trees.
Oh, yes. I ran away from home and climbed a tree in front of my house, and I sat in the tree watching my parents looking everywhere for me, and I was sitting up in the tree.
I never climbed trees as a kid. Remember the forts? Remember your backyard if you're cool enough to have a fort? I didn't. You know when I had a fort and I slept in it many times? My second marriage. When we bought the house, when we leased the house in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, there was a fort in the backyard. And I spent more time in that fort reading than I did in my house. Maybe that's why I'm not with my second wife anymore.
She probably was like, get to the fort.
How about your very first Christmas tree putting up as a kid? The silver ones or the white ones? Remember them?
I don't remember because we've had trees every year since I was born. So how do I remember?
Building sandcastles? I remember vaguely. Sandcastles.
That's about as much as I remember going to the beach.
How about your first sleepovers at someone else's house?
Yes.
Your first sleepovers. Now, those were kind of cool when you were a kid. How about it, right? Very, very cool. School dinners. I don't know what that is. Number 8. Number 7, playground games. When you used to play playground. Yes. Used to good. How about number 6, getting that extra pocket money? Maybe when you got some bottles and you bought them back to the store and you got the 5 cents or whatever it was. Always, that was pretty good. How about number 5, getting your very first pet? How about getting your very first pet?
I had a pet from the time I was born, too.
I had goldfish when I was a kid. My mother cleaned the bowl out, and they all died. And then, looking for nude women and National Geographics. There you go. Or the Sears catalog, or the JCPenney catalog. There you go, Boyd. We were right there. All of us, the same mind. Number 4, fish and chips. I don't know where that came. This must be from England. And number 3,
fish and chips.
Being outside.
Oh, we were outside always.
The kids don't go outside.
No,
anymore.
We were outside from the minute you woke up to the minute you came in when the streetlights went on. We were outside.
Okay, 2 more to go. Number 2, your very first vacation. My very first vacation, because I was already in Italy, so to me that wasn't a vacation. Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and I even forgot the name of the place now. Oh, Chula Vista Resort in Lake Geneva, where my parents took me. That was my first vacation. I never went to Florida as a kid.
Wait, are you talking like with your parents or your first one by yourself?
Your first one that you remember. The first one that you remember. Your first vacation that you remember. First vacation that you remember. You know, it could be when you were a kid, when your parents took you on the vacation. Every year you went somewhere. And number 1, folks, when you heard the bell of that ice cream truck coming down that street, that was huge. That was big. That was really big, right? I mean,
even for my kids, I remember seeing their faces. I loved it.
That was so cool, man. Jack in the Box, Wisconsin Dells. I mean, Cock Robin. I mean, there's so many places that they're not there anymore, and I wish we can bring some of this back. We were just talking about some of the stuff that we wish we can bring back. 5-year-old Apple River Campground camping. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what the fun things that we used to do. And now time goes by so fast that you're going to, and one thing, I'm going to do it. We're going to do it later. We're going to do it next year. No, you got to do it now.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Because next year is not promised to anybody. And I keep telling, I think I told you the story many times, honey. My father said, I'm going to do everything when I retire. He died at 58 years old.
Yeah.
My dad went to Wisconsin Dells, Florida, and Italy every year. That was it. My dad, didn't do much what he really wanted to do. And there's a lot of stuff we wish we can do. It's just, me, I've got little different hobbies that I enjoy with doing. And I think Laura does too. Laura likes a lot of sunny places, but I would love to go to England again, or Scotland and Ireland, Norway, Switzerland.
Okay, I want to go to Montreal. Has anybody been to Montreal?
I'd go to Montreal.
I want to go to Montreal.
Even though the Canadians don't like us.
They don't?
In Montreal, they don't like us. But what I know, they don't like people from the United States. But British Columbia was beautiful, but I only seen it for one of our stops on the cruises of years ago. British Columbia was so beautiful. That's where I seen more whales than the whale watching I did on the cruise ship. I seen it more in British Columbia than I did out there on the.
Oh, Pat, I'm so sorry to hear that. And if she was that young and she got to do a lot of things, God bless. That was her calling to make sure she got to do all those fun things.
You got it. But folks, you know what it is? It's that
Joanne, I'm so aggravated to hear that because it looked beautiful and I would love to go see that.
We are coming to the end of the hour, folks. And again, it's a beautiful... So you can't.
What's beautiful, honey? You got to find your paperwork.
Folks, it's come to the end of the hour, and we really do appreciate you guys taking the time, whether you're watching it on lunch or whatever time you're watching it. Share the show. Let everybody know about Ocean's Pit. Tomorrow, my guests will be Mary Positano and Vicky from 1126. Tracy from 1126 Promoting Agency, and they also run the Matrix in Naperville, which we're going to be their Ocean's Rat Pack dinner show on March 10th. Tonight we'll be at Positano's in Oak Brook. Tomorrow, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday, Pier 290 in Lake Geneva is sold out, folks, for Ocean's Rat Pack dinner show. And Sunday, Ronald Nestie's Club Arcada Speakeasy. Two other shows you want to promote. May 2nd will be Chicago Hitmen. That's the new band with Nixa Hodges. And my new band, Mojo's Jukebox at the Des Plaines Theater. We'll be rocking it up. And I'll be on vacation again. Not vacation. I'm working again. Now,
I'll be on vacation.
Last week, we were in Louisiana, me and Regina. Well, next weekend, we are going to Nebraska with Ocean's Rat Pack. March 1st, we'll be at Round the Bend in Ashland, Nebraska. And then on Saturday, we'll be in North Platte, Nebraska next week at the Fox Theater with Ocean's Rat Pack. Guys, it's been a great Thursday. I want to thank the great Laura Ocean. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, everyone. So good to see you all again.
Buy local, shop local, support local establishments and live entertainment. Be kind to everybody. In the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. We need it more in this world now than we've ever done before. Let's unite and make America great again. I hope that you guys have an incredible day and enjoy life. And we're just happy. And it's important. Nixa Hodges, the piano man, take us out. Good afternoon.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a good day, everyone.
God bless
See you
you.
next time.